soundtrack. Love me some Castlevania 4, but you know what else I enjoy a lot of? I enjoy video games. I enjoy randomizers. Ladies and gentlemen, we've got one more game for you tonight, and I hope you're ready for it because it's a little bit different. It is still a rando. It's still going to be exactly what you think it's going to be, but we got one more to go. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Final Fantasy 1. And I know this might be not everybody's cup of tea, especially this early in the morning, but you know what? It's fine. We're playing it. Deal with it. Or don't. I mean, it's fine. We love you all. Stick around. Maybe not. Maybe not. Come back later. Whatever. Just you know, we love you. Thank you for joining us for this marathon. We're going to jump into our last game. Again, this is Final Fantasy 1 Randomizer. You may, if the more observant of you, notice that it says Lich's Revenge. Lich's Revenge is a very specific flag set that alters a fair few things in the game, and it's fun, it's interesting, and it's also terrifying. But without too much further ado, I was flipping through the Book of Death when I thought how marvelous it would be to become a necromancer. How fantastic. To go beyond human, a living corpse, an undead. I am damned. I am evil. I maim and kill. I am a beast of brutal will. I am death. I am Lich. So, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Lich's Revenge. I'm going to let the chat really quick pick my characters. I ask that you, if you be kind to me, to give me at least a white mage and at least a red mage. But there are 6 classes to pick from. There's the fighter, the thief, the red mage, the white mage, the black mage, and the black belt, or the monk. Give me any of those super quick, and we will go ahead and we'll pick from those. Hopefully they're not too wildly evil. Alright, so we got a monk, we got a white mage. Alright, so monk immediately. We're gonna name him Monk. We got a white mage. We're gonna name him White. We got red. We got a red mage. We're gonna call him, unsurprisingly, Red. And who's our last one? I see a thief there. This is gonna be rough. I'm going to use somebody else's naming convention. I'm going to call him Rob. If you get it, you get it. So this is our party. It's a bit squishy. This is going to be kind of rough, but it'll do the job. Let's go. Alright, so first and foremost, let's go ahead and shuffle characters around just a smidgen. And, yeah, it's going to be kind of rough, but that's going to be fine. So let's go in town, and you should call the thief 4 thieves, and then yeah, we're not gonna have a team of 4 thieves. So we have Harm Swords, which is actually going to be quite nice. Not the most powerful thing in the world, but it will do nicely. It's kind of expensive, so we need to find out what our spells are first, because our white mage is going to be. Honestly, the white mage and the red mages are going to be the heroes of this party. It looks like more so the white mage than the red mage, because this is an ideal seed for the white mage. Because you may have noticed the townsfolk don't look particularly well, and that is for a very good reason. Okay, you're getting temper and you're getting ice 3. That'll work. And haste, it's all at the same level. That's rude, game. That's really rude. Anyways, it's fine. We got temper on there. You may notice, like I said, those are here too. Those are expensive. That the townsfolk don't look particularly well. And you'd be right, they don't. So let's go ahead and get a couple of swords here, because we're gonna need what we can to do some damage. With what we've got. Yes, put that on you. Excuse me. So this is Lich's Revenge, and some of you may have been asking, what exactly is the difference between a Lich's Revenge seed and a normal randomized seed? Well, I'm glad you asked. As I said earlier, the townsfolk aren't feeling particularly well. So unfortunately for them, they're all undead. Every townsfolk is undead. Every NPC in the game, with the exception of literally yourselves and one other one, are undead. And literally every single character in this game, if you talk to them, with the exception, again, of one particularly, will attack you and try to kill you. So that's fun. So let's go ahead and get a few things. And my cabins are rudely expensive, which is unfortunate. But yes, we're going to talk to the undead, everyone here, and find out that they're not having a good time. And they're hungry. Hungry for brains. And I felt, you know, most people are going to look at Final Fantasy 1 and say, that's not a Halloween game. No, not normally. But when everything's undead, you know, it kind of works out. All the guards are undead, the townsfolk, the old men there. Even the king here, even good old king here, is not feeling so... So we're going to have to deal with that. Let's deal with that, shall we? There we go. But this is Randomizer. Obviously, it plays by similar rules of Randomizer, excepting the fact that things are different per as far as initial stats. By the way, the Black Belt has a couple extra things. The Black Belt can have extra damage against the undead. That is incredibly lucky, especially in a seed where undead are not only more prevalent, they're actually more powerful. Every undead in the game has been buffed. So having anything that hurts undead is excellent. The Black Belt can also wear shirts, which means he can wear the white shirt or the black shirt in addition to his slight additional luck and extra damage to the undead. The Thief has bonus luck, health, and vitality. Let's see, the Red Mage has some extra healing magic and is extremely fast. And the White Mage has additional magic as well as some elemental magic. So if I look here, you can see I've got some extra magics on my Red Mage. And I've got some heckin' magics on my White Mage. And because of that +1, the White Mage has extra charges on everything. So the White Mage generally is the hero of the story in a Lich's Revenge. However, notable that the Black Belt has extra damage to undead. That's going to make things a bit easier. But remember, this is Randomizer. Any enemy can have skills that are not meant to be in their property. For instance, these imps could have something very, very nasty, and frequently do. I have had many occasions where I've had imps with crack. They are not undead, by the way, so that was a worthless attempt to auto kill them. They've had Bane. They've had a high level, the more damaging poison. I've had some pretty nasty imps in the past. And when you're walking through an area frequently and you're running into them a lot, it's very, very hard to avoid when they start doing their evil shenanigans. Especially if they roll particularly nasty. I'm going to put Rob in the front since he has more health. We're going to grab some items from the temple here. Some money, which is decent. Not a strong amount, but it's better than nothing. We are going to run from the root. We could have probably fought them, but we're going to run from the Rururus. You'll also notice that some of the names have been changed. Ooh, silver. Well, I'm definitely going to put that on you since you're leading. So there are other fun stuff available in the seed as well. I do have on a lot of really cool flags that can be super useful. I'll use this. It's fine. A couple notables. Well, another notable. Obviously, I have Weaponizer on, which means all of my weapons are going to get rolled with different stats, completely different stats. You'll see different stats, different names, but you may also see weapons able to cast spells you couldn't cast. By the way, Garland just said, "I'm out of here." So where you would normally fight Garland here, he just pieces out. The princess, on the other hand, so you're the light. Blah. So the princess attacks us. So rip the princess. Goodbye, princess. And we don't get a free warp out of here. So there goes the princess. She's dead now. Again, technically. It's unfortunate. Yeah, the irony is that literally every single NPC in the game will attack you, except Garland, who is the first major NPC that you talk to that you can fight. Not in this seat. Nope, he pieces out. He runs away. He's out. We got a pro cape early. That's really nice. Let's give that to the white mage. White mage is going to be our the other MVP. We got an adamant. We're going to go turn that in real quick and get attacked for it. Hey, here's the crown. Now die. And he is a ghost. He is going to be a dangerous ghost. Accepting the fact we have harm sticks, which are not the best harm weapon, but it definitely will do the job. And it just protected itself, which is not grand. Toasty. Never mind. So we get plenty of experience from that. One of the other cool flags that I do have on, which could prove to be useful, is one called lockpicking. So one of the newer and more recent updates to the randomizer tool is a skill called lockpicking, which you can give to your thieves, which is usually why I do now have at least one thief in my party on the regular. Because with lockpicking, as soon as you hit a certain level threshold, you can open any door that would normally be locked by a key. So in the case of some randomizers, that does bypass the necessity of having to find the key in the wild, which is really good. Also, we don't have the canoe, so we can't go and bypass a little bit. Hang on a second. It's getting late and the throat is no longer working. Well, for some people, early. Good morning. So, we have gotten a few interesting items. We got the bottle, we got the crown, we got a few other items that could be super useful. However, we have no ability to actually turn in anything just yet, other than the adamant, which we just did for the crown, which enables a single fight, which is okay. However, that doesn't give us progression. That doesn't get us off of the first starting section here. The first couple things we need to find usually is going to be like the canoe, the boat, and the canal to go in addition to the boat. Those would be great to find as soon as possible. As of the moment, we don't have those things, so we have to keep going on foot to a couple different places. We're going to go visit Matoya. Now, we don't have the crystal to give to her, so there's no sense in talking to her. There's nothing to give her. So let's run away. We're going to grab a few chests that are sitting in her cave, however, because those could still be useful. They're not. Ooh. That is an invisible hammer. That actually is not bad. Let me check how powerful that actually is, though. That is a 27 damage. That is more than the other two people who have weapons can do right now, which is great. Some money. And that hammer also can cast Invisible 2 in the entire party, which is amazing. We got a little bit extra money out of that cave. So Matoya's cave, not too bad. We're gonna run with that. And we're gonna just run from them too. So far, we haven't run into any knock on wood that has had anything particularly nasty to tell us. Like I said, I've had many occasions where I've had imps that would cast crack, which is really bad to see early on, because you really have no way of defending against it whatsoever. You might be able to get pro rings early, but crack imps are the worst. So, I hope you all had a wonderful event. I hope you all enjoyed all of the content that was provided from various streamers and presenters. It was a blast. The whole weekend was great. I'm glad some of those that are here are still here. It's wonderful. I'm going to give you Life 2, absolutely. You get Life 2, absolutely. That's a great early find. But yeah, I know this is kind of an odd way. This may not be the best way to end a marathon of the nature that we were running here. But you know what? A randomizer is always great to have. And it's always great to have a randomizer on Rando month. Oh my dear sweet lord, you could have had that sooner. Well, alright, I'm getting fire sticks out. Fire stick for you, and a fire stick for you, for sure. Now, weapon-wise, are any of these better? Holy crap. Yes, that's better. Okay, we don't need to give him a weapon. Alright, so we got the heavy sword, we got the long knife. That's 13, that's 14, that's 18. So we're going to get one iron sword for you. We're going to equip that. We're going to trade this over here. We're going to leave that harm stick on him. We're going to trade this over and hook that up on you, and hook that up on you. 35. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. And we're more. It's an Invis 1 stick, not an Invis 2 stick. Regardless, the fire sticks are going to come in majorly handy here. But Final Fantasy isn't what I would normally call a Halloween game, but with the literally Halloween flags, we're doing it. It's just what it is. Also, yes, I forgot. There is Lamp. We love Lamp. Lamp is a wonderful spell. There aren't many occasions, though, where Lamp will come into play, per se. But we will go ahead and pick it up. And we'll talk to Bicky here in a moment. We're going to check out the armor shop to see if we have anything we can afford at this point. Nothing particular that I'm interested in currently. And how much are our houses? Do we have? Oh no, it's 15 grand for the crystal. I have to buy that soon. So we're gonna probably have to buy those that crystal here, but we have to get some fights in to do it. All right, Bicky, you probably have the ship because there's nothing else I can do. You have no items you can use because I didn't give you any. So the only possible thing that could be here is the ship. Well, no, it could be. I just realized it could be something other than the ship. It's unlikely, though. Oh, you're kidding me! That is horrible! Well, I gotta say this, ladies and gentlemen, this is super unfortunate, but we literally have to grind to get the crystal for progression. That is the only thing we can do right now. So we are going to have to, unfortunately, take some fights here. Fire 2 sticks, it's going to make it easier, but we absolutely have to grind. Return the slab or suffer my curse, Ramsey. So yeah, we are absolutely stuck grinding right now. That doesn't happen particularly often in a randomizer, but in this particular case, we're just stuck with it. We don't have really much of a choice because we need just shy of 15 grand. Thankfully, enemies drop a fairly significant volume of money, so it's not usually going to be an issue in a randomizer. Especially the more checks that you get in, the more money and experience the enemies will give you. So we're going to do the grind in the best way possible as well. Also, the fact that we have access to potentially the lockpicking skill for our thief, that may also come into play. Although I don't believe they would lock an item behind the lockpicking skill. Although they absolutely will lock it behind a shop item. Alright, we're going to do this. We're going to do the best of grinds. We're going to do it on the Peninsula of Power. So for those interested in the vanilla game, as well as the randomizer, there is a spot here called the Peninsula of Power, which is essentially they drew the lines where the enemies spawn a little too far south. So the spot that I'm running in right now tends to have enemies that are much, much stronger than they should be. Actually, you have Ice 3. Why don't you use that? And you have it too. I didn't mean to do that. That's fine. White Mage can actually do damage with harm to any creature. But yeah, these 4 blocks here are what's known as the Peninsula of Power. Generally speaking, it's extraordinarily dangerous to fight here. And it's not a good idea whatsoever unless you want to go quick. Because the stuff that's here usually hits pretty bad. Unfortunately for me, I'm not getting the fights that I'm expecting to see here. But you know what? We'll take it. It's what it is. This will get us some experience. It will get us some money. I'm expecting to see zombie bulls and trolls here. It has not given me them at all. But we're level 10, so we're another step closer to being able to use lockpick. By the way, tents don't do much in the way of restoratives, but tents will allow me to save, and generally in randomizer you will want to get as many tents as you can get, because you will undoubtedly use them. You fight, you continue to ice them, you continue to, sure, also ice them. Now this is gonna hurt. Hopefully we can kill them before they kill us. There we go, that'll do it. So, for reference, if you're wondering why the wyvern was named Wyvern, there is a flag on... Final Fantasy Randomizer has a lot of flags that you can set. It's a lot of fun. There's a lot of cool things you can do. Some things that are just graphical and just for giggles. For instance, there's a lot of characters that have been renamed. For instance, the Greater Ogre there is named George. The Wyvern is named Wyvern. You'll see what the Tyro was named once we find the Tyro, and so on. There's a bunch of fun names. Colors have been changed, stats have been changed. Everything has either gotten a buff or a debuff. Everything has been shuffled about. We need this crystal. We only need one, and unfortunately, it cost us a significant amount of money that I wish I didn't have to spend that early. And we're gonna beat this guy up because he's in our way. Goodbye. And we're going to take a quick heal and wander all the way back to Matoya and see what she's got for us. Now, she could give us either the ship or the canoe. Either one will give us progression. And she will most likely give us one or the other. I don't believe that lockpicking will be part of the logic. And if it is, we're going to be grinding for quite a bit more, unfortunately. We need to get the thief up to level 15 to be able to utilize lockpicking. There's another really cool flag. I've got a lot of cool flags set. There's another cool flag you'll get to see later on when we get the floater. It is makes the game notably more interesting as far as world traversal. You'll get to see that once we get there. So we got the greater wolves. They're called grrr wolves. The werewolves are the name Roo, and all sorts of different names. Okay, so we're gonna give Matoya her crystal. Scree! She gives us the ship, but we've got to kill her because she's attacked us. And she's dead. Bye, Matoya. Do these attack us too? Nope, they just go away. Like, I forget. Do those guys hit us too? Alright, go ahead and kill the ogre. He's in the way. So now we have the ship. We have access to be able to go south to... yeah. There's the greater imps that are called Grimps, which is... or Grumps, not Grimps. Grumps. Imps are still imps. The greater ogre is just George. These didn't get a name change, which is sad, but... fire is not good on these guys, but that's okay. The experience is worth it regardless. And yeah, my red mage and white mage are just wailing on enemies with their fire sticks. New from Amazon, fire stick. Alright, what do we got? Ooh, we got ice 2 sticks too. I really don't need it. Let's check damage. Nobody can use the axe. The knife is not strong, but it does hurt extra on undead. We're not going to buy the ice hammers because they're not particularly... I mean, it's benefit because it's another spell. But we're going to be okay with the fire sticks for now because they're very, very notable. Black magic, we have Lock, Doze, Zap, and Slow 2. I would love for the red mage to have Slow 2, but I'm going to check what's in the white magic shop first because the white magic shop does take priority, being that we have to deal with all these undead. And amazingly so. So the white mage has Dia4, which is about the best I could ask for. Unfortunately, the red mage cannot use Dia4, but he can use Dia2, which is better than nothing. We're also going to get heal 2 on both of them. Which is also better than nothing. A heal is a heal. And I'm going to go ahead and get one spell from the Black Magic Shop. I'm going to get Slow 2. I'm probably not going to use it, but I'm going to keep it on hand just in case I choose to. Weapon Shop, Armor Shop. Okay, silver bracelets. They're kind of pricey, but I know where the gold ones were, so that's what I'm going to prefer. Why do the cabins got to be expensive, game? How many I do have? I can need 19. Also, quality of life. The ability to quickly buy stacks of items as opposed to one at a bloody time. Alright, Thunder 3. That is a good one. You can have that. And Saber would be good. Saber could be good if I decide to hook up the Red Mage with the Masamune, which I probably won't. I'll probably give it to the Thief. White Mage, nothing there that I wanted that level, so I'll go ahead and I'll give the Red Mage Saber. Actually, I can give the Ninja Saber later if I remember to do it. We don't have lockpicking yet, so there's no sense in trying to raid Elf Castle. But it is now time to make the trek over to 2 places. We have access to the Crown location. We have access to the Astos fight, which is generally pretty rude early on, even at the best of times, but we've got a bunch of fire sticks and our monk's starting to swing pretty good, so we should be okay there. The goal, though, would be to hopefully have level 15 before too long, because there's plenty of lock chests that we can get to, including in Astos' castle, the Marsh Cave, and Elf Castle, and yeah, we would like the lockpicking as soon as possible. We'd also like to unpoison our characters. That would be lovely as well. So, again, I do want to say we appreciate you joining us. This is normally Rando Monday, normally around 7 o'clock p.m. Eastern. We tend to do a randomizer. We may or may not do a randomizer tonight, just because of how deep in the morning we're playing here at the moment, and I don't know how much juice I got left in my body. And I don't know if I'm going to be able to do another one later. But we got 2 randomizers for you today at least, so we get a little bit of that Random Monday flavor. Stay tuned, though. If you join the Discord, that we do have a channel for Random Monday. We got the canoe, which is good. That gives us a little bit of extra mobility. Stay tuned to the Discord. I'll let you know if we're going to do one tonight or not. Chances are low at the moment. I do apologize for that, but we'll see what happens. But till then, you got Final Fantasy 1 Rando right now, and you had Aria before this. It's been a fun time. Aria's Seed went actually pretty well, considering. We are going to kind of blitz it through here and try to focus on key item locations. This particular... Oh, wait. I do also want to check over here. Do I have my legendary shop over here? This is not a particularly healthy fight. I'm actually going to go ahead and use Dia now. But test the risk of rain, too. It's not as bad. It's my turn, maybe. Yeah. So we do. We've been doing that too. The last couple of random Mondays, we've been doing Archipelago or AP randos, which is where it's essentially multi-world, multi-game randomizers, where as long as the person joining in knows the game that's available through the Archipelago randomizer, you do have the potential of being able to jump in on a fun little multi-world, multi-game. It's a really super cool tool if you've never heard it or seen it before. It allows you to hook up multiple games together to send each other items so you can play along. And we've done that a couple nights here on Random Mondays. There will definitely be more nights of it. We featured a good portion of the retro games available in that randomization tool. And we definitely will be doing more in the future. So it's certainly not done. And that being said, if you join in on the Discord, there's always a potential that we can do a random Archipelago multi-world at different points during the week to see whoever's available. Plenty of games of choice. There's plenty of games to pick from. You get your rando fix, and you get the ability to play the randomizer with other people at the same time and share in the joy and pain that is rando. So it's entirely up to you. That is level 13. We need 2 more levels. I kind of want to fight these fights, but I'm also getting the crap kicked out of us because we don't really have much in the way of healing, or rather armor. So we're just getting kind of beat up. Flashing warning. My apologies. There are flags that allow you to turn off flashing a bit. Unfortunately, that doesn't stop the flashing from using the healing items and going in and out of the menu. So I do apologize for that. But yeah, there's a bunch of games that are available on the Archipelago Multi-World tool, which includes Final Fantasy, several Zelda games, Metroid, Super Metroid rather. I don't know if regular Metroid is. Bunch of games. So there's plenty of options to choose from. Ooh, actually, this one's not bad. I have Fire Stick, so this is actually good. But we've had Doom, we've had Slay the Spire, Final Fantasy, Link to the Past, Super Metroid, I believe, is one of them. Doom 1 is in there. Doom 2 is also potentially available. Although I think that one might have to get rolled locally. A little bit different there. Hey, we got a rod. Cool. We need the canal to make use of that, but let's go ahead and heal up a little bit. And let's see if we can get to level 15. So we're going to go ahead and push this. It might not be the wisest spot to do it, but we're doing it. You have Fire 3. Use it. And as long as my white mage doesn't die, we can exit as well. But the reason why I don't push 15 is because I do have access to lockpicking at level 15 with the thief. So we are very close. I would also love to see PK Scramble. I'm sure it's actually possible per se. I just don't have the technical knowledge of how to do that. Because there is such a thing as running manual AP seeds, which is pretty much the next step for me per learning how to get some of that shenanigans going. I've actually tested with other games that we haven't shown on the channel as well, which includes DLC Quest, which is an oddball little game you can pick up on Steam for fairly cheap. It's a very, very short game. It's a satire of games and DLCs that you have to buy to make the game more, and the game not being whole when you buy it, blah, 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 blah. Which ironically also had a DLC that you didn't have to pay for, but it's a very, very short game. Very, very short, very, very low-key game. But it is also in the pool of games that you can do for the randomizer. Okay, that should be 15. There it is. You have to play Earthbound past the RPG Race Gold. Yeah, I tell you, I would strongly encourage you, if you're into randomizers and you're into interesting / bizarre games, Earthbound is an amazing game in general. It's a very bizarre game on purpose. It's a very surreal game. Let's go this way. Holy crap, I'll take that. It's a very surreal game for sure. And PK Scramble is a fantastic randomizer. I strongly recommend the PK Scramble randomizer. It's a blast. I will say that depending on the seed you pick, the first seed you run for... Oh, this is not good. This is about as bad as... no, this is really bad, actually. I need to be running from this. This is a lot of experience, but I really need to be running from this. This is dangerous. This is really dangerous. And that's why. Holy crap. This is also what's called the Sea Shrine Pile of Pain. And the reason why it's a pile of pain is there's a lot of enemies there that do a lot of damage. However, they give a lot of experience, so that was worth it. At first casual run, or first casual rando run of PK Scramble may take you a fair couple of hours, but certain ways the seed can be rolled can take less than an hour very easily, hour and a half. So it's a seed that you will definitely see returns in on reduced time as you play it. It's super good. It's also just a great game to play in general, and I believe, if I'm not mistaken, you can play it for free off of, well, play it for free. If you have the Switch Online, I believe it's on the SNES thing through the Switch, as well as Earthbound Beginnings. If you really want to go that far back, Earthbound Beginnings has a lot less quality of life things that I would say might not be the easiest things to start with, but if you are the kind of person that really wants to go in order of how things are released, check out Earthbound Beginnings or Mother 1, also available on the Switch Online. But yeah, there's a lot of cool quality of life things for the Earthbound randomizer that make it a lot faster than a normal playthrough through the entire game, for sure. Like faster text, faster running that doesn't require you to have skip sandwiches that will actually repel enemies from even spawning, which is a very useful thing to have, especially at the end of the game. I've been getting a crap ton of experience out of these boxes. Alright. We're gonna do this one because it's kind of free. But yeah, highly encourage, if you've never checked out Earthbound in general, check it out. But PK Scramble is amazing. It's a fantastic rando. It caught pretty hard when we first kind of discovered it around the RGL house, if you will. It caught pretty hard. We definitely enjoyed ourselves some scrambles. But a lot of good randos out there. Obviously, Rando Money, the whole goal of it is to feature just whatever randomizers we can get a hold of, that anybody that's interested can jump in and tag along with us. We tend to try to at least let you know what the seed is and the settings so that you can roll it for yourself, or if you're interested, even joining us up on the screen here playing along. I know I'm plugging the heck out of it, but it's fine. It's an RGL event, it's fine. We should try to set up Link to the Past multiplayer. Yes, there's also Link to the Past multiplayer. There's also Ocarina of Time you can play through via the Archipelago as well. But there's actually a really cool randomizer we have had on the channel once before. I strongly recommend having people who very much know what they're doing, because I, frankly, as much as I love playing Ocarina of Time and watching people play Ocarina of Time, I cannot play a full seed of Ocarina of Time because I have not learned it. However, there is a really cool tool that allows you to play multi-player co-op Ocarina of Time, that you can have a number of people log into the same game session and literally play in the same game world. So I could run around in the game and see other players playing it. It is super heckin' cool. It is a little janky, but it is really freaking sweet. It's not just it's co-op. It's single game co-op. It's super wild. But it is a little bit janky, but it does work, and that's what matters. I am going to go ahead and, while I'm here, grab a single gold bracelet, because we are going to need these eventually. And since nobody's going to be able to wear most of the armor I'm going to find. Alright, so where are we at in our progress? We have the rod, the bottle, slab, crystal, adamant, and crown. We've already turned in these 3 items. They're done. Slab, we can't do anything without getting it translated. We don't have access to Millman to do that. Bottle, we don't have access to Guy because we don't have the floater. And the rod we don't have access to because we don't have the canal. There's the defense sword. Let's give somebody else that, so we have at least a minor bit of gear. What was it I just got? The defense sword? Now, the Red Wizard can also use that, so that's actually not bad. And that's actually pretty good. Hang on. Yeah, that's pretty good. And it casts Wall. That's amazing. Let's trade the Copper Dagger over here. We're going to drop that, actually. For the time being, the Defense Sword might be one of the better weapons I find for the Red Mage. Red Wizard, excuse me. Alright, there's a house, there's money, and our progressive is tail. We need the canal game. Come on now. I think, though, that does kind of clinch where our next progression item is going to be. And unfortunately, it's going to be a dive somewhere that's going to be a lot more painful than I would like to for this early on. But we'll make it do. We'll make it work. So let's go ahead and just rush through as fast as we can. We're going to grab some stuff, gargoyles. We're just going to sally on here. Another house. I'm glad I'm getting all these houses out of these chests, because that's saving me a couple grand each. And because I have so many characters that are so fast in my party right now, running away has been much easier. But yeah, the more people we can... I don't have a knight. I have no one who can use that. I'm getting all this good gear that none of my characters are ever going to be able to use, which is helpful to a degree, but it kind of sucks. Grumps. Alright, well, I'll just sell them the next time I get to town here, which is going to be very shortly. So we are now stuck with only 2 options. Well, 3 options, sort of, but 2 options. And our next stop, other than Crescent Lake, which is an item, is going to be Ice Cave and Volcano. Those are our next choices. I do apologize for the slow speech. I am very, very slow right now. I've been awake for significantly more than 24 hours at this point, and I am just burning the oil at this point, what's left of it. So bear with me. You did suggest 4 Thieves, and that was the last character that got suggested. Actually, I think I might have skipped. Somebody did say Black Mage, but before that, but I saw Thief, and I was happy to see Thief, because I do actually not. I'm not actually that against having a Thief in the party. In vanilla Final Fantasy, you pretty much never want to have a Thief in your party. You just don't, because the Thieves are broken in a bad way. They're not worth it. Which is super unfortunate, because it's a character that had potential. It was just programmed very poorly. However, the randomizer does make up for it a little bit. The randomizer does make the Thief a little bit more worthwhile, makes him a little bit faster, a little bit luckier, does give you the ability to use a skill called lockpicking, which as soon as you hit the level 15, you can actually break locks, which is really cool. So you don't actually have to find the key to potentially progress. Actually, I do need potions. 30... I can't math right now. Another 10. And it is absolutely possible to play through a randomizer with pretty much any party composition. But like any other playthrough, you kind of want to... Gloves might not be a bad idea, just to start having armor on characters. Except the monk, because the monk, really, or the black belt, really shouldn't have anything on him unless it's the significantly more powerful equipment. What I mean by that is gold bracelet, pro ring, which I haven't seen yet. I'm actually shocked I've not seen pro ring yet. Copper hammer, not worth it. Steel sword, not going to be worth it even later. White magic, white mage, we have not really much going on here. Invis 2 is great, but I'm going to just rely on the robe when I get it. Ooh, no, level 6 nuke, and look who can't use any level 6 stuff right now. When I class change, I'm going to have to remember to come back here to Crescent Lake to buy nuke at the very least. Alright, confused old men. And because the confused old men are also zombies, I have to kill them. Holy crap. I just saw something here. I've got the key, which unfortunately I already had access to the key, so that doesn't help me. Well, I had access to lockpicking, so. Progression. Did you know that concrete is available in Ordeal? So, another flag, I have the ability to change the name of the loot and the favorite food item for our good boy, the Titan. And unfortunately, the Titan loves feasting on concrete. Be that as it may, we still can't access Ordeal, so we need to try not to die to... Oh, that is not a good... No. Game, no. Game, no. These piranha are not safe. Alright, so we need to make our way up to the ice cave. And we need to avoid... Oh, this is the worst possible one. Because every single one of us can cast Thunder, and that's dynamite on my team right now. So I need to heal myself before I go in. I'm going to go to the ice cave first. Honestly, of the two options, it's the safer. Hopefully I don't get freaking lightning to death here. I apologize, my brain dome is not doing the maps very well right now. Actually, probably should have burnt an encounter on the land, so I had less of a chance to run into him here. Okay, so we're going to the ice cave first. Because there is a key item in there, and hopefully it does us well. And on top of that, there could also be one of the legendary rooms. So, in Randomizer, of course, there is the ability to add what's called the legendary rooms. Now, you did see one earlier, whether you caught it or not, which the legendary rooms will sell you, theoretically, legendary items of a particular type. Items, weapons, armor, white magic, black magic. There are 6 locations where those legendary shops could be. The first one should have been Dwarf Cave. I completely walked by. Actually, that lets me know that this is the one place where that legendary room is not. So, it is going to be Earth Cave, Sky Castle, Dwarf Cave, Ice Cave is an option, but not here clearly. Marsh, and there's a 6th one off the top of my head. I can't think of it right now. My brain's too addled. But those shops can be very, very, very helpful, especially if you say get a weapon or an armor shop that has something particularly notable. Like, for instance, an opal bracelet, which is amazing. It'll be expensive, but it'll be amazing. Alright. So we don't have the warp spell, so we can't do the warp trick here. So we'll have to be careful and take our time. And we are definitely not fighting mud golems. That's way too late an enemy. That actually weapon didn't look bad. Yeah, that's not terrible. Alright, so we're going to have to do this the vanilla way, which does involve having to come up here twice. Or fall down twice. Alright, trap tie, what do we got? Wizards. Okay, we can run from that. A house, we've been getting a lot of those. An iron shield, nobody's going to be using that. The ice floor here does do damage. We do have the ice flicker off because nobody wants to see that. Alright, 6 chests. What do we got? A pro ring. Excellent. We have our first pro ring. Let's give that to the white mage. Right now, the white mage, the red... Oh, actually, that's fine. We're going to want that anyways. We definitely want the pro rings. Even if they're weak, we want the pro rings because the pro rings protect against death spells, which is very, very good. Actually, I should double check because I just realized something. Yeah, it resists in a lot of instant death spells, so not a perfect resist, but it is definitely notable. Okay, that sorcerer has Dark Touch. White dragons, not gonna fight that. Let's go, let's go, let's go, let's go. Flame Shield. Black Mage, by the way, could have used it for some reason. We will hang on to the Flame Shield, though. We're not gonna... We're gonna end up throwing away a lot of gear because we simply won't have a party that can use any of it. But I will hang on to certain things that the Ninja or the Red Mage can equip, potentially. Cabin, money, money, money. And who do we have here? Mummies! I will take mummies because I have a lot of fire sticks, and that's going to be good against those. Alright, we have our canal, which is good. However, at this point, given where we are... actually, I should just use exit now, since I have it. Where we are in the game world here, it would probably be best and or ideal to just simply go to the volcano since we're next to it. It's at this point you have to make the decision what's going to be the fastest general place I can go to this particular moment in time. And since we're right next to the volcano, we can just go there now. It will be somewhat dangerous because of all the fire tiles, but we do have a full stack of heal potions, so we should be able to mitigate some of that damage fairly well. And we will make the attempt to kill the boss at the carry spot. It's an ogre. Alright. Stop. Alright. Step. Item tent again. Alright. So, welcome to the place with the all-you-can-eat lava buffet. I would recommend checking out the antacid aisle afterwards. But we are going to go ahead and grab a few of the items here. Matter of fact, we're probably going to grab all of the items here. But we're going to clear out this floor, leave, heal up, and then come back in and go deeper. Because there is one incentivized item here, aka a key item of some sort. We do want to make... Oh, this is a heckin' fight. We're going to take it, actually. Because we got first strike, so we are going to take this. And all of these are weak to fire and Dia, so... And it's free, so I'm going to take it. Notice the image is now iMage. Aegis Shield, great for a knight and a black mage apparently, but unfortunately nobody in this party will be able to ever equip it. So it will go away, unfortunately. So we're gonna hike through the volcano here and collect all the treasures. Red Wizard can hook that up, that's fine. They're not going to use it because I'm gonna have pro rings on everybody. As soon as I can find the shop that sells them. Okay, there's the fire elemental. Probably don't want to use fire sticks against the fire elemental, although element absorption I don't think was particularly a thing until at least the next game or two in the series. Oh, White Mage showing everybody how it's done with that fire stick. Lots of experience. I do have the tail, so it would be advantageous for me to try not to get too many more levels because of spell charges and whatnot, but honestly, the only one that's really going to affect... Ooh, power gauntlet. Armor. Okay, we're going to have to do some things here. I'm going to give the power gauntlet to the monk for his use. I'm going to hold off on throwing anything away for now. Okay, let's see. A Harm 4 stick. Item. I'm going to make sure that gets onto the white mage, because the white mage will make the most use out of that. Oh, and she can equip it too. Or they. 20 versus... Okay, so I'm going to equip this, but I'm going to leave Harm 4 on the white mage. The reason why you want to put the harm sticks or harm weapons specifically on the white mage is because the white mage can use the harm spell at any time against any enemy, and it will do damage. Otherwise, anybody else who uses a harm weapon will only be able to use its effects against the undead. So it's a super, 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 super powerful weapon to have on the white mage. Experience, a heal potion that I don't need anymore. Well, technically I do, but I don't. More experience, a long dagger, not worth it, and long knife. And that's everything from here. More wraiths. We are actually going to... You know what, let's heal up. And continue to dig deeper here. Extra step there didn't need to do. So, fun fact, even in the vanilla game, if you run on lava tiles, while you're on the lava tiles, you cannot get into an encounter. Obviously, you have to be on the lava tile when the encounter would normally trigger. Otherwise, it would still trigger. However, as you well know, lava is a lovely, lovely substance of pain and suffering. And not recommended to stay on lava any longer than you need to be. So it is the balance of taking the damage to avoid fights and trying not to take too much damage. Oop, or running into a Grey Worm who will easily one-shot somebody. Pure Potion. More Burwolves. I'm going to do it because it's just a lot of it that's worthwhile. Thankfully, characters are fast, so we should be able to get around. The monk's still trying to do damage. I will say that monk is going to be wildly useful for later. For those who caught it, is catching it, because you can see it on the screen. This is a flag set known as Lich's Revenge. I'll give you a hint. We are probably going to see Lich at some point. And we're going to see a couple other fun surprises at some point as well. Who's here? More Burwolves. You know what? I will happily take the Burwolves. It's a fair amount of experience. Also, the good thing about getting these fights early, getting levels early, is there is a glitch that happens with the Black Belt and the Master, the upgrade. One weird thing that happened when they did the programming for the character is that you do not get any magic defense as a master monk. Which I believe it was supposed to be probably the other way around, where as a regular monk you don't get any magic defense. When you get the master, you get magic defense. That is not the case, so we do kind of want to get levels on the monk early on, so that he's not getting completely devastated by magic later on. But the more levels we get early on, the less spell charges we have for our ninja. There's the Excalibur. What can it do? Exactly what you think it does, except nobody in this party is going to be able to use it. RIP Excalibur. I have a very, very special mission for the Excalibur, so it'll be in my inventory for a little bit, but I have a very, very special mission for the Excalibur. Another Grey Worm. Gross. So that will hang out in the party for a little bit. So let's run over here to the other incentivized tile here. Got another Grey Worm fight. Ouch. Excal in its rightful home. It will be in its rightful home. It's just going to take a little bit before I can get there. Oh, the eye fight. That is actually really good. early on, finding a good spot here for the eye. Ooh, nobody's really hitting it very good, though. It's a good way to get experience fairly well. Why did that chest not have anything? I am disappointed. Oops. Fairy's gone. I killed it. I released the fairy in the volcano. No, it's alright. You can open that bottle anytime. The fairy will go to its home, and then you can just go meet it later. Alright, one more round of healing. Oh, look, an Agama. Gosh darn it. I do actually want to say hi to the Agama. Fight, fire, harm. Ow. Yeah, your regular attacks are doing more than that. That's fine. And the monk says hello. Alright. Another set of heals, because this is carry. Carry is a fight that you really shouldn't be doing any earlier than you need to, especially in the randomizer. Do we have any item that's casting... We have an Invis Hammer on the monk, and we have an... Oh, wait. We have wall. I'm going to need... Okay. Actually... I'm going to need you to take the defense sword. Because I don't want the red mage using that. Yet. Keyword, yet. Alright, so I'm going to need you to use the defense sword on the monk. You fight. You temper the monk. Actually, no. Monk, you have the power glove. You temper the monk. And, you blast Carrie in the face with that. Or Kelly, excuse me. Carrie is no longer named Carrie. Carrie is now Kelly. That's not bad. Go ahead. Actually, no. You use that on somebody who's going to matter. Magic. Let's see. What else do I want to do here? Wait, what was that? Okay. Temper again, I guess. And Dia again. Will you stop slapping Rob around, please? Alright, well, you two fight. You don't have access to level 6 magic at all yet. Ice, I guess. And DF4. Rob is just straight up gonna die. Carrie has something against my my thief. And rightly so, most people do. Alright, well that's one down. Alright, go ahead and give him a cure, I guess. Alright, so we're done here on this side of the continent, side of the world, actually. We just gotta get back to our ship. Beautiful. Alright. So there's nothing else in town there that we want to get. I did not park the boat in a convenient location. So we did get the canal, so we can leave the inner circle. Just to remind myself, I cleared the volcano, the ice cave, Provoke is clear, Crescent Lake is clear, Elf Castle is clear, Marsh is clear, Astos' Castle is clear. I do want to go back to the Dwarf Cave. The dwarf. Actually, before I do that, I'm gonna hit the inn. And I do have a significant amount of money, so I can start buying opal bracelets for my characters. So we're gonna stop at Canaria first. After we hit an entire field of holy crap, that is a lot of enemies. Use that harm stick. Harm 4 is an amazing spell, especially in the hands of the White Mage. Alright. Let's go grab a couple more gold bracelets and sell some things because we're not using a lot of the stuff that we're getting. So we're not using the Iron Shield. We are not going to be using the Silver Gauntlets. We're not going to be using Silver Shield. We are also not going to be using the Opal Gauntlets. We are not using the Asia Shield because we can't. And I think I've gotten through all that. So we need a gold bracelet on the White Mage. We need a gold bracelet on the Monk. And I guess we can give a gold bracelet to the Thief. And because at this point we now no longer need money. Actually, can the ninja equip that eventually? Yeah, a lot of people can equip that. That's fine. Alright. So we now have a significant improvement in defensive capability on my party. I still have not seen the pro rings, which I will want to make sure all of my teammates have that. And double checking. Yep, everything in the inner ring and the starting area is completely done. We're going to use this river here to jump off and go to the Dwarf Cave because there was one thing I did not check for. First off, goodbye, Hooray Dwarf. And secondly, we're going to check out the items in this room as well as the shop. It is the armor shop. Is it going to be useful? It is going to be hecking useful. Okay. So, I'm going to buy a white shirt. And I'm going to give that to my monk. Okay, there's a lot of good... The ribbons are what's notable there. 26 and 34. Oh, the white shirt isn't that great. Well, that's fine. Actually, the white shirt... No, the white shirt is still good. But I didn't notice that the gold bands were actually very, very good. We will come back because there are ribbons here, and we do want to make sure we buy ribbons. Everything else here is useless at this point, but the ribbons are not. They're 29,000 gold each. So we're going to need to buy those. There are 3 in the wild. Ew. Oh, look, the white shirt that we just bought one of. Go me. Great chucks. That might actually be better than what he's swinging right now. And there's another pro ring, so that's one less of those I have to wear. So pro ring, we're going to give it to the monk. Armor, we're going to sell the extra white shirt because we don't need to. Weapons, let me check your iron sword. Oh, yeah. Give me the chucks. We don't need the dagger. We don't need the harm stick. Those aren't doing any good. Don't need this. Don't need this. Actually, don't need that either. Yep, looks good. Could have sold all that, sure. So I need two more pro rings, and then of course a field of ribbons. But we're gonna sell one of those white shirts that we just picked up, and we're gonna buy a ribbon. We'll put it on the white mage for now. There we go. So there are 3 ribbons in the wild, so we can just rely on finding them, maybe. Weapon-wise, we would love to see the Masamune, of course, but I think we're okay for the time being, for sure. All right, so we do have access to completing the Earth Cave, but first we're going to take a trip into Milmond and see what's available. We have Holy. Alright, well, we're gonna need some money. Black Magic, we've got Quake, but we're not gonna buy it. We've got Holy, though, we do want to buy that. There's more Fire 2 sticks, and the armor shop. Do you finally have pro rings? No. Which means it's in one of the remaining shops. And we do have the slab, so let's talk to this dude. Hey, I'm going to teach you about the... And thank you, Doctor, for translating it before you died. Again. And we will stay at the inn. It is only $12, so we have to pay attention. I have had an interesting notice of certain of these inns that if you go to early on in the Lich's revenge seeds, that they tend to be significantly more expensive than they should be. I've had those inns be $4 or $5 grand, and it's like, why? Brave to stay in an inn surrounded by zombies. Well, pretty much every town's surrounded by zombies, so just lock the doors. It'll be alright. Alright, let's go in. Now, there will be... I really shouldn't be digging too hard on loot at this point. I should be just moving. But there is another shop in this area. Like I said, I do have legendary shops on. I know where my armor shop is, and that's in the Dwarf Cave, which is really nice to have. I will be going back for ribbons. Probably not all 3 ribbons, because I won't need to. Oh, I'm glad I had a ring on somebody. Ribbons are fantastic. There are 3 in the game at random. 1 usually in an incentivized chest, and 2 in other, usually random locations. So I will not have to buy 3 more, technically, unless I choose to stop searching for stuff. I think that option, the stop searching for stuff, will happen as soon as I find the Masamune. After that, I will definitely be just blitzing into the rest of the game. Usually the Masamune will be in a incentivized chest, which is noted via the randomization flags, but I think it can also appear in a random non-incentivized chest as well, if all of the incentivized chests are taken. But there is a shop here. It'll either be one of the 2 magic shops, or it'll be the weapon shop. If it's a weapon shop, then we may get the opportunity to stop searching for gear. It is the magic shop. It does have haste too, which I cannot get because I loaded up this slot, and I can't get warp on him because he's not a wizard, and I think he doesn't get that anyways. Bane, yeah, nope. That unfortunately is a waste of a magic shop. So I have 2 more locations remaining for shops. One is going to be a white magic shop, and the other one will be a weapon shop. One of those is going to be in the Sky Castle, and the other one is going to be in... Oh, these are some weapons. Okay, hang on. One else is going to be in the Sky Castle, the other one's going to be in the Sea Shrine. A ruse stick, which is actually quite powerful. Not stronger than what anybody else has got, but I will go ahead and put the ruse stick over here. And a sharp sword, conveniently, which is definitely stronger than what the thief is using. Also, this is, yeah, it's not going to be stronger than what the black belt's using. So, oh, bye-bye. Yeah, the black belt don't need no weapon. He is a weapon. I am also a weapon. Hi, how you doing? Hope you're doing well this morning. We are coming up on the very tail end of the horror marathon. So for those who are here at any point during the weekend, either presenting a game or watching, we appreciate you guys being here. We have a lot of stuff coming up in the very near future. Obviously, we have our weekly events / shows. Pretty much something going on every day. Our next major event is going to be the Feed the Kids Marathon, coming fairly soon. I don't recall off the top of my head what day, but it is, again, fairly soon. I believe all the submission stuff for that is done, but the schedule for that should be coming out not too terribly long. There's also the Tiny 10 race that is on the board as well. Again, I don't recall what day that is. I apologize. My brain is completely shot right now. I'm barely maintaining it at this point for Final Fantasy Rando here. I at the moment can't be bothered to remember exact times. But if there is another staff member, somebody in chat who knows what days the Feed the Kids Marathon is going to be on and the day that the Tiny Tent is going to be, please by all means shout it out in chat. Otherwise, you can jump in the Discord, !Discord in the chat. You'll get access to our Discord. You can stay tuned for all the updates for Rando Mondays or otherwise. But this is the last game of the event. I was threatening about putting another game on the board, but unfortunately, I am barely keeping up as it is. So. Unfortunately, I will not be trying to usurp the time and adding more to the marathon. I think this will be a fine capstone. Playing a little bit of Lich's Revenge here. For those who didn't catch, basically Lich's Revenge is... There's... All the NPCs are zombies. The undead are significantly stronger. And there are other fun surprises that we haven't gotten to yet, but you're going to see one of them fairly soon. But the general gist is this was actually a Halloween flag set that usually when people play the randomizer, when they find Lich, Lich gets the wonderful nickname of Speed Bump, because usually when you get to it in the randomizer, you pretty much just do exactly what the name implies, and you just blast right past him. The Lich was tired of being treated so poorly and so quickly, so the entire flag set was based around the idea of the Lich finally coming back and saying, I am no longer a speed bump, you are not simply walking past me this time. So you haven't gotten a couple of the really cool major things aside the everybody being a zombie, which is pretty much one of the bigger pieces of it, but there are some special fights you're going to get to see here fairly soon. As we dig deeper into the rando here. Also, the estimate is 2.5 hours. I can almost guarantee you it's not going to take that long. I can use to do an archipelago rando in under 2 fairly normally. So, we'll see what happens. Also, fun fact about this is attached to an archipelago rando. There's a lot of the randomizers as attached to the archipelago multi-world, multi-game shenanigans that are hosted via the archipelago website. However, this is a case scenario, Final Fantasy. It is not hosted via that method because you can use the original tool to generate your archipelago seed, which is phenomenal, which means you have every single flag set that you can possibly have as part of your game if you try to do a multi-world with Final Fantasy 1. So it is as robust as it can be. Not all the ones that are on Archipelago are as particularly robust, but this one is by far and away probably one of the deepest randos out there available, even over, I would say, Link to the Past. Sorry, Light Warriors, but your Lich is in another castle. So our fight here is not the Lich, it is the Phantom. In Vanilla, the Phantom you will fight in the Temple of Fiends in the past, and it is a very, very dangerous fight. So the speed bump location is extraordinarily dangerous because of that. We're going to go ahead and buff up our monk, and we're going to go ahead and DF4 and try to take down the wrong eye, as it were, as quickly as possible. Fight. I guess ice him. And I didn't buy Holy because I didn't have the money, so I should have a little bit more after I get out of here. I do want to make sure at least the White Mage has it, but the Red Mage can also learn it, which is good. In Vanilla, it's called Fade. In the English Vanilla, it's called Fade. So, 2 temples down, plenty more to go. I have notably noticed that we do not have the floater, but we do, because we have the ship and we do have the canoe, we do have access to the Temple of Ordeals. How much money do we have? We have more than enough to purchase Fade. White mage. Holy? Yes. Red mage, can you also learn it? You normally can't, I don't think, but there you go. We have it now. And we don't have enough currently to purchase another ribbon, but that's quite alright. So let's go ahead and make our way to Ordeals. Because at the moment, that's literally the only other thing we can access, so we're kind of stuck with Ordeals. Which is fine, and we already know what's there because we had a hint from one of the old men in Crescent Lake who told us that there's some concrete in the Temple of Ordeals, which is unusual because there's not concrete in the normal game. But that's okay. We have a flag set that changes the Titan's favorite item, the ruby, to literally something completely different. In this case, concrete. So our Titan will be eating explosive concrete today. Alright, flashing warning. I'm going to be hitting a lot of these pillars. It's going to flash a lot. I do apologize. We'll try to make our way through here as quickly as possible. Squint's bad. So far, so good. Oh my goodness, is this a top all the way? It was a top all the way. That is awesome. There was zero backtracking whatsoever. We are not going to fight this fight. There's a cap. We are not keeping that. A heal helmet. Yeah, we're not keeping that either. Another cabin. Long chucks. We really don't need to keep those either, but whatever. Money. Silver shield, pass. Opal bracelet, not pass. Let's drop the couple things here. Okay, so who gets the opal bracelet? Let's trade that off to... Well, you right now, unfortunately, are our lead character, so you're the one that's taking the most punishment. Great axe, worthless. Copper knife, worthless. Long chuck's worthless. Drop it all. Alright. Box is empty. Let's go. Soft potion. Thank you very much. And we have concrete. Vanilla. That'd have been a ruby, but that's fine. That's one of the many flags that you can set on the Final Fantasy Rando. You can change the names of the loot and the ruby to something completely different. I randomized it and let it be whatever it wanted to be. And today it chose concrete. I've had it be fries before. I've had it be like a burger or something like that. It can be a couple fun things. But with that, that is our next access to literally anything. So we're going to go all the way back over here to the Titan's Tunnel. I got to go around here. And Melmond. Gag. Frickin' Melmond. Alright. And this will have, most likely at this point, either Sarda or in the cave itself will have... that's not good. That's not good at all. White Mage, don't get stunned, and can you run? This is a horrible fight. No, you're not going to get stunned. You have the ribbon. I'm glad at least one of my characters has the ribbon. Now, here's a note about the ribbon, though. As powerful as it is, it protects against nearly every status ailment, except I think the instant death ones. It is not a 100% protection. It's like a 3 out of 256 roll. And by the way, goodbye, Titan. Kablam. Dead. But it is still significant. Oh, look at all that experience. And an ice shield. Very nice. Alright, so we get to go talk to Sarda. Oh, gosh. Okay, I'm going to have to deal with these because they're going to do that stupid stunning thing again if I don't start trimming them down quickly. And that can happen. It's the worst possible combinations of things to get is large packs like that with a skill that they tend to use very heavily. In this case, 8 wolves using trance, which really sucks. And say hey to George and the Ogres. Like a band name, George and the Ogres. I would believe that would be a metal band. Alright. I hunger. Alright, Sarda. Yeah, he's a bull. You don't have anything, just punch him. And you actually my red mage has holy as well. So I've got holy on my red mage and my white mage. I have a katana I can give to my thief as soon as I have access to class change. And I have, of course, the punchies with the black belt, which will get even better as soon as I can get to upgrades. So even if I don't find the Masamune, I think I'll be alright. And I want to note that the black belt has additional damage to undead. And I will also note that we have not yet seen the Lich. I wonder where the Lich is at. Put your guesses in chat now. Maybe you don't really need to. It's fine. We all know where he's at. Or do we? He wasn't hiding out in his hidey hole. Alright, we gotta go back over to the dwarves, which thankfully we have access to the river right there, so we can just do this. Goodbye again, hairy dwarf. If you strike me down, I will become more powerful than you can even imagine. Considering you didn't even attack me. Alright, here's the TNT for the... Okay, game. Fetch quest, fetch quest, fetch quest. And apparently, even dwarves can become vampires. Alright, let's buy another ribbon. First off, we're going to have to probably sell some things. We're going to have to get rid of that. Extra gold ring. Actually, we can buy all the ribbons we need now, I think. Oops, hold on. So we could sell the ice shield off of you. We can buy one more ribbon. Oh, you still... Why is it not enough? Fine. Actually, I'm going to give it to him for now. So I have 3 ribbons. There are still 3 ribbons in the wild. So I didn't need to buy it, but what am I also going to use the money for? I mean, I could use it for houses, but I haven't been using them, so... You don't need too many. Alright, so that is the herb, which means we now need to go all the way around to the elf castle to go turn in the herb. Fetch quest central over here. Go. Blip. 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 Alright, and what does the prince have? Well, I know what the prince has, because there's only one thing it can be at this point. First off, a fight with a Geist. Dead. There it is. There's the floater. And another fight. So, the other flag I mentioned that I had that was a really fun one to have is actually a newer flag. It's an experimental one that has worked very well, and very happy to have it. It is called the airboat. So essentially, as soon as you get the floater, instead of going all the way over to the location and raising up the airship, your boat becomes the airship. And so, continuing our journey along as quickly as possible. Up to the north, we're going to go to Gaia. We're going to go ahead and get our item from the Bottle Fairy, who we released earlier. So we're going to go up and say hi. And we have a shortcut that was opened up, thanks to the randomizer. Oh, we also need to go turn in the tail. We'll do that after we do this. It is the cube. Come play with me, Light Warriors, forever and ever. So we do have to fight the fairy, who was a ghost, apparently. Gave us the cube, so it's half the access for Sky Tower. Let's see. We're going to zip over to... We will go to do the tail after we visit Lefian. You know what? No, I want to visit it later. Oh, hey, there's our Tyro. Say hello to the Tyro, who is a lovely, lovely shade of steak. I'm sure that'll be delicious. And immediately died in one hit. Actually, I do want to go to the Cardia Isle first, because I do want the class change. Because when I go to Lefian, I can actually buy all the spells left that I can pick up. So I'll save a trip all the way over there. So let's rate the Cardia Island chests. So far, just money. Just money. Not a particularly hype set of chests here. A Ruse Hammer. Interesting. I think I had one of those already, though. Even more money. And the black shirt, which is amazing. The black belt can use that. Although, the gold bracelet is better. Oh, by the way, even the dragons are surprise zombies. But wait, if even the dragons are zombies, does that mean, yes, even Bahamut is a zombie? Actually, that being said, I kind of want to do this first, just in case. Wrong room. I can never remember which one of these has items, so I end up checking them all anyways. Manticore! Alright, what do we got? Okay, yeah, this is one of the other ones that has items. Nothing here, sure? Just money. Again. Money. An Invis 2 stick. That's actually really good. That actually is identical to what the white shirt would do. I'm going to trade the white shirt to you. That way you can keep the Invis 2 stick on you. So I have two characters that can use Invisible 2, which is extraordinarily broken. And I'm going to check this other one first, because I think this one's empty. Yeah, that one's empty. Alright, here we go. Unnecessarily long hallways. So, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls at all ages, it is time to get attached. Except this dude's in the way, so we're going to have to kill him first. He did. Yes, the tale, impressive. You are indeed worthy of dying by my own claws. Ladies and gentlemen, meet the Lich, which is sort of Lich, but as a dragon. Unfortunately, he is also a speed bump, despite being, or sounding, more impressive. Weapons, I do want to trade over the katana, I believe. Hold on. 37 compared to 34, so yeah, that's definitely better. I do want to get the defense sword back on the red mage, because I do believe that's better than anything else that's there, offensively and defensively. I can get rid of this now. I don't need that anymore. I don't believe there's another weapon that's technically stronger than what... Yeah. Yeah, okay. I'll put that here for now. So yeah, I got weapons on everybody. Armor, there is some armor change that could happen. Can you use that? You can't. I was kind of thinking you could, but you can't. The gold bracelet is 34, so it's a +5. It was significantly better. Rio09, thank you for the raid. Appreciate that very much. I could trade the power glove to the red wizard, but I don't want to do that. I want to leave that on the monk so he can charge up himself. There are a few items that could get traded out for some extra oomph, but I think we've got what we need. I think it's time to go ahead and charge through, charge the battlements. We have two more key items that we absolutely need to be able to beat the game. The first one is the chime. That'll give us access to the Sky Tower. And the second is the loot, or whatever the loot's name is in this particular seed. Because without that, we can't get to the end of the game. So, we are on a hunt. We have 2 more dungeons to complete. We can go in and complete the Sea Shrine, which we're going to go ahead and do after we visit the waterfall. I do still want to go all the way over to Lefian to get magic spells, but at this point, I think I could just go ahead and take care of Sea Shrine first. Because I know that the Sea Shrine or the tower will have also a legendary shop that we will want to make sure we check out. But first, we're going to go ahead and check out the lovely, lovely waterfall cave, which is a lovely shade of blue, especially this time of year. And we're going to see what's hiding out here, which will be a key item of some sort. We do have a loose Masamoon some way. It could be in a chest that is not an incentivized chest, or it could be in an incentivized chest. We haven't seen it yet, so we don't know. I would love to see that before we get all the way to the end, but given the fact that we have a black belt master that has extra damage to undead, and the fact that we have the red mage and the white mage both with fade, exterminate. By the way, say hello to not Warmech, who will hit probably almost as hard as Warmech, but he's not Warmech. Goodbye. Let's see. Short chucks, garbage. Sharp dagger, garbage. Garbage money, not garbage money. A ribbon, which I believe does top up everybody with a ribbon. I have 2 pro rings, so I have not found the shop that had the other pro rings, but that's okay. But we're pretty well stacked here. And there was nothing else there. So that was the chime from the robot, by the way, right? So we have the chime. All right. So we are done here. Let's go ahead and exit out. Let's get over to the Sea Shrine and clear that as quickly as possible, because we have everything we need with the exception of the loot, and we at this point can pretty much just beeline to the incentivized chests. We have all the armor that we're going to need. We have pretty much the weaponry we're going to need. Again, Masamoon would be a lovely change, but that is the only other thing that we could get that would be good. Heal potions, however, I do need to kind of restock on. Please have some. You do. Thank you. And we're going to say hello to the inn. Hello, inn. Don't be expensive. Okay, good. So we are stacked. We've got about all the gear that we're going to need defensively. There is a little bit of extra changing and tweaking we could do to that that would be useful, but at this point, it's just time to go. It's just time to go. We're not in go mode, but we're very, very close. And we will stop by the shop once we find it. If I can remember where it's at. Super quick, super quick, super quick. Let's make this happen. Iron gloves. Yeah, great. Excellent. Perfect. What I need.
Sea troll and lobsters.
It's the Sea Shrine Pile of Pain is when this group is fully formed. It's a great amount of experience, but it is, as the name suggests, a pile of pain. I believe there was another chest in the bottom right. Yes, there was. And the top left. So we're gonna just try to run from everything at this point, because I think we've got enough oomph and huxpah behind our party that we don't really need too much more. Well, I mean, I'm not gonna say no to a chest full of experience, which is basically, here's a level. Have fun. But I gotta say, I've had a lot of fun over the past several weeks, months, years, getting to try out the randomizers as they pop up. And it's very convenient that I get to close off the last day of the marathon with some randomizers. Also being Rando Monday, it's very thematic in multiple ways, not just being horror games, but of course being randomizers. Again, I hope everybody had fun and enjoyed the weekend. I hope you all had a blast, enjoyed some horror content, some games that were genuinely scary, some games that were just scary by nature of being really bad, which is also good. It's a good kind of scary. So on and so forth. So, again, thank you very much for joining us this weekend, whether you participated with a game or watched, whatever the case may be. Again, super huge shout outs to everybody who participated and had a game in the marathon, and everyone who submitted, maybe didn't get in this time around. It's all good. Everyone in chat, thank you very much for being awesome. We're not done yet. I'm just kind of doing my spiel here, and I do sort of doing the finale without doing the finale here. This is the finale, by the way. This is the last game. This is the last hurrah for this particular event. It's sort of kind of funny though too. I sort of kicked off the horror event last Monday. I had the little horror background. I was like, hey, we're doing a horror marathon this weekend. There's a nice shield. And then I get to close it off as well. That's not what I wanted to see there. All right, well. But it's all good. All good things. Not all good things last forever. Enjoy it while it's here and around while it's there. But there's plenty more events, like I said, coming up. This is not the last event. RGL is not done with giving y'all great content and bringing you latest, greatest, whatever it may happen to be, whether it's a Rando Monday, randomizers, sports games on Tuesdays, whether it's racing or golf or whatever it happens to be, Doom Wads Days, Night at the Theater Thursdays, Race Nights Friday when it's available. Gosh, we got a lot of bunch of stuff, and of course, upcoming we have Coin Up probably happen again. I would say it probably will. I don't have a guarantee on who and when it's being hosted, so I can't speak to that. But I can tell you we do have a Tiny 10 coming, so stay tuned for that. We also have the Feed the Kids Marathon coming. Yes. Okay, nobody can carry anymore. So we got a lot of good stuff coming. I can't use another one of those, so it doesn't matter. At this point, that doesn't matter anymore. Let me go ahead and buy a harm stick for you, and buy a harm stick for you. So yeah, we got a lot of stuff coming. Stay tuned for all the fun stuff. I'm just gonna do my best here to continue to maintain vision and sanity as I try to complete this last seed for the day, last seed for the marathon. And depending on how the day goes and if I have the energy, we'll see if we do a rando game tonight for Rando Monday. We'll see. Again, I don't know. At this point, I'm thinking it might not happen just because it's been a marathon. I think we need to give the break where the break is due. 36 versus 36. Yeah, well, actually, does that have a cast to it? No, it doesn't. Never mind. Okay, bye. But we'll finish it out with this. It's not going to take another hour to complete. Just so I want to say that this is not going to take another hour to complete. So just hang tight and bear with. Can I beat it in under 20 minutes? Maybe. Oh, there goes Rob. Rob just got stoned. I had a mithril axe. I have some softs. That's the first time I've had to use one. Maybe the second time, actually. Either way, doesn't matter. Moving on. Run, 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 run. Let's see. Yes. See, I am still looking for the Masamune. It's the only thing left that I can find that I need aside the loot. And I can guarantee you, at least I know of one more guaranteed location, or two more guaranteed locations. So I might be able to get it without a problem. So I probably need to stop opening up every gosh darn freaking chest, because I don't need to. But you know, I like treasure hunting. I like digging through boxes. I like boxes. Also, we haven't seen all of the special surprises. We did see the first Lich's home in the Earth Cave was being lived in by the Phantom. We saw Bahamut being replaced by the Dracolich. The initial vampire fight was replaced by Edward. The sentry in the Waterfall Cave was a mock Warmech, which was nowhere near as beefy as Warmech. All of our townsfolk are replaced by zombies. All of the quest givers, item givers were all zombies. We had to do a fight for pretty much every item grab that we got. And now we get to fight the Kraken, who is, unsurprisingly, he's just the Kraken. There's nothing different, unusual, weird about the Kraken, except that he is still Kraken. He will still destroy us, I'm sure, if we're not careful. I should have used my Invis sticks. I forgot that I had those. But we might be able to kill Kraken quickly, so this might not be an issue. So for those who didn't catch it, this is... it didn't even happen. This is Lich's Revenge. There's a lot of little hidden things throughout this seed, or throughout the randomizer here. You haven't seen the biggest surprise of the seed yet, which may not be a surprise given the title of what the randomization flags are, aka Lich's Revenge. I wonder, we haven't seen Lich yet, I wonder where the Lich is. But there's a couple little things that you're going to see here in a little bit. Aside everybody being turned into zombies, aside all that fun stuff, there's just a little bit more that we haven't seen yet. We are going to now make our way over to Lefian to turn in the slab to check out what the key item there is. It could be either the loot or whatever the loot's name is now, because that changed. Or it could be the Masamune. And alternately, the Sky Castle should have the alternate, whether it's the loot or the Masamune. Oh look, it's Sandwich. Or the Sand Worm, or Sand W. So, Sandwich. Hopefully we'll see some more Tyro steaks floating around here somewhere. That'd be great. Those will be delicious. You really don't need to do anything. Just... really don't need to go through this. This is an unnecessary fight. Punch. You spoke it wrong. It's Sandwich. Oh yes, one Halloween year, actually 2 Halloween years, I did actually cosplay the Team Fortress 2 Heavy. I had everything. I had a gun. It wasn't the gun, but I had a gun. I had the suit. I had the bandolier. Hey, we found the sword, and we're gonna punch a bull in the face many times. All right, Sandwich. Okay. We are going to also do... Actually, I'm going to assume this is more powerful. Yeah. Yeah, it is. Let's see. I want these in a particular order. Yeah, that'll do. That'll do. Alright, so we found the Masamune, which means the Sky Castle has our final item, which is the... Actually, can you learn Exit now? Will you do me the... You can learn exit, but you don't need it anyway, so it doesn't matter. Level 2, we have Life 2, which you have already, which I don't need to worry about. Level 3 is DF4, we have that. Level 4, nothing interesting. Level 5 was Holy. Level 6, at this point, doesn't really matter. Level 7 is Heal. So we'll give you that just for free healing. And level 8 is Life, which we have Life 2, so that doesn't matter at all. Level 1, Black Magic, we have Temper and Haste. Actually, Rob, you're going to learn Haste. You're going to learn Ice as well. Level 2, you're going to learn Nothing. Level 3, you're going to learn... Sure. Level 4, you're going to learn... Actually... Saber. Sure. Level 5, I believe, was... Nothing interesting, but level 6 is Nuke. And we're going to see if the Red Mage will learn it. He will not. Oh, how unfortunate. And I don't believe he can learn anything else either. Nope, won't learn anything else. So, we are done with all the magics that we can learn. We're done with purchasing anything. We are now, at this point, we have nothing left in the game that we need to find item-wise, weapon-wise, except for the loot. And there is literally exactly one place left in the game where it could be. So, it is time to go, 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 go. Conveniently, we go, 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 go right here. Take a small lift across the divide. So we are checking... Well, we're going to say hello to steak here. Delicious, delicious steak. And we're going to make our way into the tower. And go. Skipping all the chests. We need... Tyro is friend, not food. Well, not in this seed. Tyro is definitely food in this seed. I was not expecting to fight a steak today. Well, you know, sometimes the steak is so raw it fights back. Dude, I could go for a steak. Shoot. Alright, wizards. Nah. Alright, up we go. Yeah, we're not even. We're not even. I don't even care. I don't need anything else. Except for this. The drum. Today's loot is the drum. And that is the last item we need. We're out. We're done. We are in 100% go mode now. So there is a special surprise waiting for us here very soon. Oh, first and foremost, you know, it's always great when you get things of note. Things that are special to you. Things that you just want to hang on to. You want to show love, care, and respect. Like this katana, like this Excalibur. Out the window you go. This Vorpal Sword, out the window you go. This Katana, out the window you go. I just chucked 3 legendary weapons straight into the ether because, heck it, I don't need them. Nobody needs them. Now, where the heck is the exit? I just chucked them all into the ether. And as my reward, there is going to be a very special friend waiting for us here. Now, I like to put him on patrol, and then I like to look for him. But today... he's not patrolling. He's exactly where he needs to be. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls of all ages, you know what's coming. You know what we need to do. We need to give nuclear-powered hugs. And that nuclear-powered hug is waiting for us right in front of Tiamat's room. However, there's a problem with the nuclear-powered hugs. Give me the Allspark and you may live to be my pet. It is not... the War Mech. It is Lich, question mark? Ladies and gentlemen, say hello to the Lich. This is not the first time you will see the Lich. Spoilers. Temper. You first. Magic. Actually, do you have one of the protects? You don't. Well, guess who's getting holied here? Whoa! Lich has freaking Cure 4. That's gonna suck to deal with. Well, unfortunately for the Lich, we have 2 hyper-powered freaking Holy Smashers and 2 hyper-powered Holy Casters. And hopefully I don't get nuked or nucleared, because that's going to happen. But not today. Goodbye, Lich, and thank you for the juice. But, you know, of course, we still have to fight Tiamat. Here's Tiamat. So you go ahead and... oh, you can't save yourself. You can haste yourself, though. Oh, you can haste the other guy. You can haste the monk. You power up. You, instead, I'm going to have you invis up. And then you go ahead and continue to use your holy magic. Tiamat goes straight for Rob. Rob takes the hit, laughs it off. Fight, magic. Magic. I could do a little bit more preparation, but, you know, whatever. My monk and my ninja are going to just ruin Tiamat here, so... And Tiamat's not really that punchy today. That's weird. You have a lot of Invis 2 equipment. Yeah, I do have a lot of Invis equipment. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls of all ages, yet again I want to say thank you again for joining us in this lovely marathon. There's the T-bone steak. There's the better steak. There goes the Tyrannosaurus. There goes the T-Rex. Tasty T-Rex. We are off on the end of our grand adventure here today. We have seen a great deal of horror marathon, horror games. We've seen a lot of fun. We've had a lot of fun. We've provided entertainment. Y'all have seen entertainment. Some of you have provided said entertainment. It's been a long journey this weekend. It's been a lot of fun. I had a lot of fun hosting where I could, restreaming where I could, playing where I could, and I'm sure everyone else here from the staff will join me in saying thank you very much for joining us on this journey. Yet again for another year of horror entertainment. We're not quite done yet, but we are right there at the end. So let's take a look at what our final items are. A wood dagger, some money, a small dagger, a pure potion, more money, all of it worthless. Alright, let's play the drums real quick. Horrortainment. Let us see what waits us here. We have the Phantom. The Phantom is not going to pose much of a threat. Unless he uses Bane and instantly kills somebody. Okay, we're good. Just go ahead and beat down him real quick. Come on, let's finish this up. Quad X. The Phantom is definitely trying. Another level for the party. It's amazing. We got Kelly. We're going to fight Kelly. Kelly the carry. Unfortunately, the carry wasn't prepared for what was about to come her way. There's another Punchies. She's down. Characters are so beefed up right now, it's insane. Kraken might pose a little bit of a problem, so I tell you what, let's adjust some state of being here. Not Pro Ring, Power Bracelet. Let's go ahead and temper up, and go ahead and... You actually have Invis too, didn't you? No? Alright, well, holy, I guess. Kraken. Holy crap, Kraken! Kraken proving why Kraken is the true fiend. Not Lich. Kraken. Do I have... I do. Why don't you prevent him from hitting the ground too quickly? Never mind. He's dead. Rob hits the ground. Keep burning it. Shouldn't you save some of that? Nah, I'd be alright. Alright, magic. We do have plenty of life twos. There we go. And that was the only casualty, amazingly. And here we go, Tiamat yet again. We are going to white robe up. No, I don't want you to do that. I want you to do Power Glove. I want you to also do the invis stick. I want you to... Do you have anything else other than just your magics, which is... Oh yeah, harm 4. Stick. There we go. There's a power-up. There's some invis. There's plenty more invis. Alright, you fight, you fight. You magic. You start doing other stuff to other characters there. And you can still just use your harm 4 stick, which is DF4 for free. One more temper. Missed the timing on that, but that's fine. And... Oh, come on. T-Mat's not down yet? Alright, you know what? I'm just going to do this. And there goes Tiamat. And, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, here we are. It's strange, though. We had this game called Lich's Revenge, and Lich we saw sort of once, I guess. He was blocking the way to, or they were blocking the way to Tiamat's chambers. That's kind of weird, though. I mean, Lich's Revenge, you figure we're going to have a little bit more Lich... Oh, here he is. You did well fighting my army of darkness, light warriors, but it is not for naught. I am unstoppable. This time you are the speed bump. Lich? Question mark? That's different. Alright, temper up. Let's go ahead and do the thing. Harm stick, go. Well, there goes the Lich. We beat him. GG! Fooled you! Now here's the real battle. Ladies and gentlemen, meet Chaos Lich. Who will most likely hit us with a nuclear immediately and kill half the party. So we'll see what happens. Also, he has at least 3,000 health. Inferno. Not quite the nuclear I was expecting. I mean, I'm not going to say no. I'm quite alright with that. That was a fairly tame fire spell. So yeah, instead of having Chaos, the biggest change in Lich's Revenge is that we have Lich in the Chaos spot. And it's buffed to the hilt. So... lots of fun. Why don't you go ahead and heal? Something tells me that might be handy. Still hitting like a truck. Still standing. There it is. At a time of 1 hour, 59 minutes, and 42 seconds, we have killed the Chaos Lich and have completed Lich's Revenge. Lovely time. Lovely fun. Rando Monday still holds up to being Randomizer Monday. It has been a very long, but a very good weekend. Much fun, much entertainment has been had. Much in the way of, okay, we're going to finish collapsing anytime now, Lich. Anytime. Anytime now. There you go. He's gone. So again, that will unfortunately conclude the Halloween Horror Marathon 2023. Let's go. Thank you for defeating Chaos. Let's go get a burger. Actually, that sounds fan-flippin-tastic. Although it's early enough, you get yourself like a sausage biscuit sandwich from McDonald's or some hash browns or something like that. Delicious. Thinking about it now, I need to go get me one. But again, alas, all good things sometimes not all good things last forever. And this marathon did have to eventually take a nap, like me. So that'll be it. Thank you all for joining us for this amazing weekend. As always, stay tuned through the week for other different daily events that happens. Of course, big events coming, Tiny 10, Feed the Kids, all sorts of stuff. Maybe coin up if it comes back. We'll see what happens. We'll see what happens there. And definitely lots of stuff going on during the winter season here. So again, appreciate everybody. Have a wonderful rest of your week. and enjoy your Halloween day. Today is Halloween Eve. So hopefully those who are doing any more Halloween stuff between now and Halloween itself, all that fun stuff. Appreciate everybody. We'll catch you next time. Maybe later today. Maybe tomorrow. We'll see what happens. Okay, yeah, bye. Hang on a sec. Who do we need to raid? Can we raid?